Okay, we're going to start at the top of our mats, top of your mats. Fold your band in half. Let's go. Fold it in half, make it tighter. Back of the room, we're starting. We're starting. We're starting. Excuse me. Excuse me, we're starting. I want you to relevate. Bring that band up over your head and then bring it back to parallel. Don't catch up. And then bring it down. And lift it up on your toes, back to chest height. Scoop that belly in and up and return. Just two more. Inhaling and exhaling and lifting up and taking it down. I want you to take one big toe out in front of you. Keep that knee turned out. Keep the band tight. I want you to lift and lower. No leaning back. And you're lifting that leg from the front of the hip and the belly. Four more. Here's four. And here's three. Here's two. Hold it out there. Soften the knees. I'm turning it away from me. And little pulses up. 7. Don't lean back. We're leaning. And 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Now reach that leg behind you. I want you to reach the arms in front of you. And reach that leg longer behind you. And then bring it back down. And then we'll try that again. How's our balance? Yeah, I hear you. Reach it long and then return. My return's always quicker. I don't want it to be. And one more. We lengthen the arms and the leg. And then control as you come back in. Bring that band back to chest height. The other big toe slides out. My knee is slightly turned out. I'm going to lift up and tap. Belly, hip. The other leg is straight. It's wrapped. I am not allowed to lean back. Straighten that leg even more. And 2. Hold this one here. Soften that knee. It's turned away from you. And little pulses for 8. Good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg behind you. Balance. Now just tip forward, and I'm reaching my arms out in front as that leg goes back. Woo, and then come back down. Just 2 more. We only did 3. I'm going to inhale as I come out. Exhale to come back up. And 1 more. Lengthen, 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 and return. If you have issues with your knees, I take it down to the mat right now. Otherwise, I'm going to get down to my mat classically. I cross one foot over the other. I reach my arms long. I relevate up onto the toes. Shift the knees forward slightly and slide down that imaginary wall. That's okay. It's okay. Here we go. Take the band behind your feet. The legs are one fist width apart. Come back to me. All right, tuck your tail, chin to your chest. I'm just going to come halfway back. Keep the eyes, the belly round up. And then right when the shoulders are over your hips, stack your spine and drive your elbows back. Good. And we exhale back, round, and then pull through. Feel like your chest is going through a door frame. And we melt back. Relax those shoulders. I'm hanging on this band. And I'm going to come up, and I stack and pull. Exhale. Let the upper back wrap around those shoulders. Draw it up. Pull it back. Last one. Exhale. Let those shoulders hang. And then round up. Row it back. And reach it out. Now I'm going to do a single arm row. My palms are turned in. You're going to turn and twist towards me first. So I twist with the row and then come back. And other way. And think of when you twist growing taller. And we don't sink when we return that arm back out there. I'm going to inhale as I twist. Exhale, good. And inhale, exhale. Inhale, don't move the spine. Stay real tall, stay real tall. And twist. One more each side. I inhale to exhale. Inhale to exhale. Inhale to prepare here, and on the exhale, come back down to the base of your shoulder blade. Draw those knees in like a tabletop and connect your heels and press your elbows down. You can have your head go all the way down or keep the eyes to the belly. And I'm going to push out for 2 and then back in for 2. I inhale to exhale. Pressing out, melt those shoulders. And if your head is lifted, you should not feel strain to your neck. You don't have to ever lift your head. Make sure you know where your back is on the mat. And if this is not a good position for your lower back, you can take the legs higher up. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Now listen closely. Inhale. On the exhale, come straight up. Arms up. Slide the hands down to equal to the hips and start to pump your 100. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Here's 10. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the lips. Inhale and exhale. Arms are straighter. Press those legs straighter through your band. Try to straighten out the back of those knees. We've got 3 more sets. Inhaling and exhaling. Please move your arms from your back. That's serratus anterior muscle, that armpit muscle. Last one. Inhaling, exhaling, and head goes down. Take your band and make an X with it. I'm going to lower my legs slowly all the way down. Good. All right, so I'm in my Pilates V. My feet are in flexion. I'm going to draw my chin to my chest. My arms are going to stay straight. Press the back of those legs down into your mat. When you get forward, I want you to pull the arms out away from your center. Then as you come back, we close that space up. And now the arms are back to parallel over the thighs. And we'll try that again. We nod the chin to our chest. We inhale to exhale, press out with those arms at the top. And we inhale, melt those shoulders, tuck your tail, exhale. Draw that chin to your chest. Inhale to exhale, press it out. And we inhale, bring it down to exhale. Last one. Never drag the head. Watch the weight on the neck. And we breathe. And we keep those arms straight and pull it out. And now sit tall. Palms are parallel to the floor. Sit even taller. Crease more at your hips. So some of us are still leaning back. And now take your thumb to the armpit. And then return. And take your chest to a door frame. And return. If it's too easy, walk your hands further down that band. You choose how much resistance you get, but look straight ahead so your neck is in line with your spine. Feel like you're against a wall, including the back of your head. And I go for 4. Press the back of those legs down into that floor. 3 and 2 and 1. We're going to roll it back down, articulating so that lower back comes down first. And I'm going to take my knees in, elbows go down, and my band is to the outside of my thighs. I'm going to press my heels down to the mat and come back up. So I'm going to drive through that band, make it harder than it is. You can make this very easy. You can make it challenging. Challenge your back to stay against that mat when you tap your heels down. Right? So the pelvis is not going to move. It needs to remain stable. So you're going to drive that belly button in and up. Get out of those shoulders. I can feel it in the room. There's tension in those shoulders. Put it into the core. And 3. Good. And 2. And 1. Now I'm going to slide my hands further down. And I'm going to pinch my band with my thumb and second finger. And the band is going to be inside my arms, not outside. And I'm going to try and press my arms back as my legs go forward and then come back in. And again, so if that's too tight, reposition your hands on the band. So I'm lengthening my legs, I'm lengthening my arms, my rib cage stays heavy. I inhale to press back and lengthen. Exhale. Just 2 more. Reach and come in. And last one, I reach it and I come in. Feet down, slide those legs all the way long. And I'm going to do another roll up. Draw that chin to your chest. And we bring ourselves all the way up. Okay, now I want you to make your band as tight as a guitar string. And I want you to take knuckle to knuckle and pull that fist towards the top of your sternum. So this would be wrong, right? That's just too loose. I want it to be like a guitar string. All right, so I'm going to keep my hands attached to my body, and I'm nice and tall. I inhale to prepare. On the exhale, chin to chest, navel back. My lower back will not touch. I pause right here. I'm going to open up my arms to this V. My palms are going to rotate up so my knuckles can touch the mat behind me. My shoulders are relaxed. My head is heavy. From the back of the shoulder, lift those arms up. Keep them just as high. And I'm going to circle out past my toes. Connect your knuckles and start to pull the band towards your sternum again as I sit tall. And I exhale, melt down. So I'm rounding, chin to chest, eyes to belly. Come out to that V. Where are the shoulders? They should be down. Palms flip up, head goes forward. Reach those arms up. Now circle, and as you circle forward with control, the navel pulls in. Now, I want you to think of a roller coaster going uphill. So connect your knuckles, and we're going to go up, 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 up. Now here's the downhill of the roller coaster. Exhale. Keep those hands touching your sternum, the top of your sternum. Open up, shoulders connect to that back even more. Palms go up, head goes down. Lift up, circle it around, knuckle to knuckle, stack tall. And from here, I see curve back one last time, but I'm done with that rowing series part. And I want you to rotate towards me, open your arms up, connect the knuckles back to center. Rotate away from me, keep your sits bones heavy, open up both arms. Knuckle to knuckle, back to center. If you need to sit taller, sit taller. Rotate, I follow it. I pull the band apart, back to center. I inhale to rotate. Exhale, one goes up, one goes down. And one last time each side. Don't get caught with those shoulders reaching up to those ears. And last one, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and stack your spine. Okay, uncrisscross your band and just have your right foot in the band. Try to have it nice and flat so it doesn't get uncomfortable behind your foot. I'm going to draw that knee into my chest. My elbows are hugging my rib cage, and I'm going to tip back until I'm laying all the way down. I drive that knee as close to my body as I can, and I'm going to slowly zip this leg up and then bend it back down. And it's like a leg extension if you are sitting up. And reach longer. Now remember the opposition. My leg is going up. My belly is going down. My neck and shoulders should be relaxed and strain free. Now hold this one up. If you feel more comfortable bending the left leg, feel free to do so. However, please listen to this cue. You don't let this left leg flop away from your center line. You want to keep it pressing into your center line at all times. The right leg, turn that kneecap away from you, shoulders are relaxed, and that circle towards the center. We go down around 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Reach longer and use that belly to move this leg. Inhale, exhale. Now reverse. I go away, zip up, pause. Inhale, exhale. You choose how low that leg goes. Use your core, use your breath. And one more. And hold this up. Now slide the left foot towards you until that knee and heel are in a straight line. Now, if this is getting too hard to do a single leg bridge, if you've got too much resistance, slide your hands down towards you, okay? All right, so shoulders down, belly in, and we're going to drive that heel towards the ceiling and then lower. Be mindful what that left leg is doing. You don't want it flopping away from your center line. I exhale, I inhale. 4 more. And down. And 3. And 2. Hold this one up. Little pulses for 8. Why not? 7, 6, 5, 4. Watch that left leg. And 2, and 1. And bring it in. Put the other leg in. I'm going to start with that left leg bent and pulling it towards my center. The other leg can be reaching long. If you prefer to keep it bent, that's fine. Zip this leg up for 2 and then bend it. And we lift it up for 2, relax those shoulders and bend. And I'm going to lift it up and down and up and down. You got it. Belly goes in deep. Give me 2 more. Then go pushing through that band, but not pointing the toe to lengthen the leg. And hold this one up. If you'd rather bend your right knee, but remember, don't let it flop around. Keep pressing it into your center line. Turn that left kneecap away from you, and we circle towards the midline and straight back up. So think of tracing a capital D. The rhythm is round 2, come up. Inhale. To exhale. 1 more. Now reverse it, please. Be careful that you don't go too far away from your center. You'll take your pelvis and your hip with you. You've got a band behind your foot. Use it. Lengthen your leg more. 1 more. Now bend the right leg. Knee and heel in a straight line. Here we go. We exhale up. Inhale down. And I'm still pressing that right leg into my center line. You got it. The back of my head is firmly pressing into my mat for 3 and 2. Hold this. Little pulses. And 8, 7, 6. That belly's still pressing in. 4. It's getting hotter in here. And 2 and 1. Come back down. Put both feet into that band. Bend those knees in like a tabletop. All right, you can keep your head down. I'm going to nod my chin to my chest. My legs are in parallel, and I'm going to press out and hold. Now, I want the legs to press against the band and release. Against the band. Now, your band is not going to go that far, but you're still working everything on the outside, the leg and hip. So my feet are pressing out against the band and return. You can have your head down or keep your head up. And we go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to put my head down and bring my legs back to a tabletop. Was that okay? Now I want you to take your left foot out and put both ends into your right hand. And the band is going to go to the outside of that right leg. So I got a tabletop going on right here. All right, the free hand, if you're going to be having your head up off the mat, I'm going to put that hand behind my head. Otherwise, you can keep the arm reaching long on your mat. Just be comfortable. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, curl that chin up to your chest. I want you to press these legs out to 45. From here, I want you to circle them out and up and then come back to your tabletop. Press out, separate the legs, circle them up, come back to table. And table. Inhale out, exhale up. Now I want you to come up first. Inhale, circle around, come in. Zip up, circle around, come in. Zip up, circle around, come in. Is your back staying heavy? Inhale, out, exhale, and release. Legs up, put the other foot in, take the other foot out, both ends into your left hand to the outside of that thigh. Tabletop the legs. You can keep the head down, or I put my hand behind my head for a little support. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, draw that chin to your chest. I'm going to push out. I circle my legs up. I tabletop. Press out. Circle. Come in. You're going to feel uneven because only one leg has that band. So you're creating an imbalance. So make sure that pelvis is staying neutral, it's staying still. The back is staying heavy. And now I'm going to zip my legs straight up. Circle around, drive it in. Drive it in. Lift up, open, circle around, drive it in. One more, zip it up, circle it around, drive it in, and the head comes down. Let's put both feet in the band in a little Pilates V. I'm going to rock myself up and let my feet come to the floor. How'd that go? Now I'm going to use my elbows and my band to pull my feet closer towards me. I'm in my little Pilates V. I want you to balance on your sits bones. Keep the pressure out of that lower back. Don't sink. Now you're more than welcome to hold this just like this, but I'm going to do a rock, okay? So I have my chin to my chest, eyes to my belly. I keep in this shape. I rock back. Now press through that band and the core at the very top. I'm going to look straight ahead and press out and put myself back into this little shell. I rock back. So think of butt up, butt down, look straight ahead, and come in. Rock back, get out of those shoulders, get out of those shoulders. I see it, I see it. Press out, back in. Inhale. Exhale, this is our last one. Now hold these legs straight out and lower your legs. I want you to point your toes and flex your toes. And point your toes and flex your toes. We point, we flex. And my feet are flexing so much that my heels are coming pretty much off the floor. So I'm pressing those toes towards my shins. Two more. I'm sitting tall though. One more. Good. And then take that band off your feet. I want you to bend those knees. I'm going to hold my band about shoulder width apart. I'm going to reach my arms long so I have resistance against those thighs. I'm going to lay back to the base of my shoulder blade, keep my arms straight, and my knees or my thighs have pressure against that band. You can have your head down or head up. My right leg is going to drive through that band. My arms are straight, so are my wrists. And then I switch. So the driving through the band is adding extra resistance. More work for your powerhouse. Let's breathe. I'm going to exhale and exhale. 8, 7. Keep those arms straight. You don't have to use a band. You don't have to have your head up. And 3, and 2, and 1, and hug it in. If your neck needs a little stretch, look to one direction, pause, and then you can look to the other direction, and we'll pause. Good. Now reach the arms long and to your shin. So depending on how long your arm is, where on your shin it's going to go. I want you to take the shins up against the band and then release them and drive up to the band. So I want you to feel that powerhouse engage more on the pressing up. And I go for 4. You got it. Press 3. As my shins go up, my belly goes down or in. 1 more. Hold this here. Now I'm going to slide my hands down just a little bit more. Palms are turned in. And I'm going to push those arms down to the mat and then release. And I push and I inhale. Try to keep those legs into that tabletop. Squeeze those triceps. Squeeze your back muscles. Of course, the core is engaged for 3 and 2 and 1 and release. Take the band off and let your knees float to one side and then the other. We're friends again? Yes. Okay. Now we're going to rock ourselves up and take the band once again behind one foot. And we'll go the right foot. I'm going to put both ends into my right hand. We'll lie back. We'll start by having the knees coming in towards the chest to get our back nice and heavy. And we're going to zip these legs up. Now we're going to be doing scissors. I'm going to cue a couple different things. So go slow enough to give me time to cue and for you to figure out what I want you to do. If you're going to take your head off the mat, put your hand behind your head again. If you want to keep your head down, keep your arm right to your side. I'll inhale to prepare, and I'll exhale, I'll lift up. My right leg is going to go away from me. My left leg goes towards me. And I switch. Now what's going to change here is that left leg. It's not in a band. So when I take my left leg down, I'm going to bend it. And then as the other leg presses down, I'll straighten it. So to come back in, I'm bending and lifting, and I lower it straight. I bend and lift, lower it straight. You got it. Bend, extend. And see how slow. Bend that knee as that leg goes down. I lengthen. Now let's reverse it. Bring both legs straight. Bend the knee and then push it out. Lift it up. Bend the knee. Push it out. Scissor, bend, reach. Scissor, bend, reach, and bring both legs straight up. I'm going to put my head down. Okay. I'm going to take my legs. They're glued together. Only one has an end. I'm going to lower, 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 lift. And again, you're going to feel like you're kind of wobbling around there. You have to figure out the balance. Keep the pelvis still and lift. One more, and I'm going to ask you to put the other foot in with that foot, Pilates V, one end in each hand. I'm going to push down my legs again. 1, 2, 3. Much easier, is it not? 1, 2, 3. Lower, 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 lift. Lengthen, scoop, breathe. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do one more, and I'm going to take my right foot out. All right, so right foot comes out, both ends into the left hand. Pull your left elbow down. If you're keeping your head down, arm to your side. If you're lifting up your head, hand behind the head. We inhale to prepare. Exhale, nod that chin to your chest. Now slide the left leg away from you. The right leg comes towards you. Regular scissors. And reach. And reach. Good. I inhale. Now that right knee is going to bend as that leg goes down, then zip it up and then stretch long. So you focus on lengthening, keep lengthening that left leg while this right leg is working to lengthen just as much without the band. Making your brain work. I get it. Now let's reverse it. So my left leg goes down, my right leg comes up, it bends and pushes out. Sister. Well, making your brain work this morning. And mine as well. You got it. Lengthen. Up. Bend. Reach. Up. Bend. Reach. One more. Good. Now bring both legs up. I take my head down. Connect your heels. Double straight leg, lower lift. 1, 2, 3. Can you feel that belly working? It's like my abs feel like I've done 2,000 crunches already. And down, 2. That's the joy of Pilates. So if you ever leave here going, man, I wish we would have worked our core more. I got nothing. Okay, now put both feet back in. Pilates V, one end in each hand. And we'll lower, 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 lift. And inhale. Use the band to lengthen. If you want the last 3, eyes to belly, watch the shoulders. Inhale, 2, 3. Where's your back? It should be heavy. Where are your shoulders? Relaxed. One more. And then drop your knees. Let your band fall off. I'm going to separate my knees and just tug my knees towards my shoulders. I'm going to rock it side to side. Ooh. I'm going to take my feet to the floor. Knees stay bent. Arms go out like a T. My palms are up. I'm going to float my knees to one side. Both shoulders stay planted. I look up at the ceiling. And then bring it back, and I take my knees to the other side. Now we have to do obliques. We got to do our crisscross. I'm going to give your hands and feet a break from the band. So I'm going to draw my knees back in. My hands are going to go on my shins. If you don't want to lift your head, don't lift your head. We'll inhale to prepare. Exhale, chin to chest, and curl up to the base of your shoulder blade. Take hand over hand behind the head, and take your shoulder towards me, and press that leg, opposite leg out. Now stay high. Don't be back here. Up. Now stay just as high and twist. And twist. Shh. Rotate. So remember, fight the urge to drop the shoulders down. Don't feel like you're going across the table. You're staying up and you're twisting up. And we're staying up. Don't rock and roll. Makes sense? Open up your elbows more. Yes. Good. One more each side. Finish to the back. Back to center. Feet down, and we're going to do a little bridge. All right. Lift up. Clasp your hands underneath your seat. Very nice. Let the arms go back down right by your side, and we'll melt the spine back down to our mat. Okay, sit up. Yay. I want you to take the band behind you to the base of your armpit. You doing okay? You're more than halfway there. So I want you to be able to sit tall on this one. So if you need to, bend your knees, sit on a ball, roll up your mat. You hear this all the time. My heels are the edge of my mat. And I'm going to press my band out and feel like my back is right into that band. Don't make it too tight. You won't be liking me. We're going to inhale, and on the exhale, as my fingers go forward, I want you to press into that band. Make sense? And then stack your spine. The band gets a little looser, and it's also going to pull those shoulders, hopefully, back where they belong. Inhale up. Exhale. Scoop the belly as my fingers go forward. My back presses against the band. Inhale up. Shoulders slide back. Exhale. Press back into that band. Back. Put the pressure against that band. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale. We'll inhale. On the exhale, open up to a T. Good. Rotate towards me on an inhale. Exhale. Soft your baby toe. Inhale up. Rotate. Exhale. Inhale from your core, not your back. Look at your back hand. Just the front one's pressing against the band. Bring it up nice and tall, nice and tall. Shh. One more each side. Can you rotate even taller with your neck in line with your spine? And then you look back. But when you come back up, you have to have your spine in line, also with that neck. Exhale forward, anchor your sits bones. Bring it up and release. Okay, release your band and come onto your stomach. And I'm going to start with my arms to the sides of my mat in like a goalpost. Feet are flat, belly pulls in. Okay, my forehead's resting on my mat. Keep your head down, and all I want you to do is lift your forearm to your fingertips and then put it back down. Make sense? So my elbow stays down and my wrist stays straight. And bring them up and down. Now, just because you're not doing much doesn't mean the core is not involved. In movement, we move from our core. So that core is still pulling in. 2 more, press and return. And 1 more, press and return. Now, this time, keep your hands and your forearms on the mat. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Press through your forearm and hands and lift up your chest. Your neck goes along for the ride. It doesn't lead the parade. And then come back down. Pull your navel away from the mat. As I press down into my mat, I inhale, lifting my chest. And I exhale. You're more than welcome to stay like that. On this one, as I press up, I'm going to press more through the heel of my hands. Lengthen my arms. Shoulders should be melted. And just come back onto your forearms. So my arms didn't change other than straightening and bending. But the heel of my hand stayed in place. Squeeze your seat. If this isn't for you, you stay the other way. You'll keep your forearms on the mat. Inhale to exhale. Now, my legs are apart. Bend your knees and connect your heels. Good. Now, I want you to kick 3 times. 1, 2, 3. As I take my legs apart again, I'm going to lift up. I come back down, I bend my knees, and I pulse. 1, 2, 3. Reach. Get those shoulders further down the back. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale. 1 more. And belly in, belly in, belly in. Shoulders down. Good. And release, and we're going to slide our hands closer to our bodies and stretch back into that child's pose. Don't move too quickly. Make the tail nice and heavy, belly's pulling in strong. Looking good. Take that band and lay it across your mat. We're going to do some forearm planks. So I always give you lots of modifications for planks. So the first modification for my forearm plank would be to walk your knees further back, right? My next version of that would be knees off. Now, when I do this little side thing, when you turn towards me, the leg behind will come down to support you. And if that does not give you enough support, you will come all the way down like this and continue with what we're doing with our arms. Did I go too fast? I'll cue it again as we move. All right, so first things first, we have our arms on top of our band, and our shoulders should be over our elbows. If you cannot be in this position, you can do this against a wall as well. So I'll walk my knees back. Here's a modified plank. Otherwise, I'll curl those toes and lift my knees. So I'm squeezing into my armpits. I'm driving that belly in. Now, when you turn towards me, now, the hand closest to me comes off the mat. Put the bottom knee down if you need it. Grab onto your band and look down at the bottom arm. And I'm going to press that arm up and down. Straight, bend. My elbow stays in place. And 3, squeeze those armpits. 2, and 1. Release the band. Come back to center. If you need to reset, lower your knees. I'm going to go now in the opposite direction. I'll grab onto that band. I'm looking down at the mat. My elbow's pointing up, and I go up and down. Straighten the arm and bend. Remember, you can be all the way down on your side. Please remember that. Gorgeous. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. It goes back down. I'm back onto my forearms. I'm holding my forearm plank. Just for 8 more counts, you can be on your knees. You can do a child's pose. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower your thighs to your hips and flatten your feet. Knuckle to knuckle. Shoulder, elbow in a straight line. Legs together. Now my hips are on the mat. My belly button is off. So push off that mat and extend your spine. My right leg is going to kick, switch, and switch for 2, switch for 2. 1, 2. As one goes down, the other goes up. And I'm not taking my pelvis with me. I'm pulling that navel in and up. I'm pushing off my mat to keep me lifted and my shoulders heavy. 1 more each leg. Woo! And release. Come down onto a pillow. So I make my hands a pillow. I rest my forehead on my top hand. My shoulders are relaxed and my heels are together in a Pilates V. I want you to lift these legs up, pull that belly in, squeeze your seat. I see wrinkles in your pants. Long legs. Now give me some belly beats. We go 30, 29, 28, 27, 6, 25, 24. You know, boop, 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 boop. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 12, 11, 10. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Stretch back again in a child's pose. Slowly, with control. Nicely done. Okay. I want you to come onto your side. And we're going to do some things for upper body as well as clam. All right, so your head's going to be on this end of your mat. If this bothers your arms where I'm going to have you put them, you don't have to do the arms. But I'm going to lay completely down, and I'm going to reach my arms. Now, be slightly wider than shoulder width, and you can adjust your band as needed. So I'm going to anchor down my bottom arm, and my top arm is going to reach. So I'm keeping that rib cage just on the mat nice and light. I want that wrist to stay straight. So this band, this that has the hand that has the band, I need that wrist to make sure it's staying straight. So I'm not pulling from my hand per se. I'm pulling from that back muscle. Now as I pull my arm, I'm going to lift that leg and then lower. You don't have to add that. That throws you off. Don't do it. 3, 4. Give me 4 more. Push that bottom leg down. Squeeze that armpit. 3, and 2, and 1. Hold the band straight up. Slide the legs out, and then slide them slightly forward. It's okay if you're off your mat. Keep these shoulders down. Keep the arms nice and tight. Turn that top kneecap to the ceiling, and just lift it up, lengthen long. Inhale, exhale. Push the bottom leg down and try to get as high as you can without your hip moving. And I go for 2, and I go for 1. Now both feet are flexed forward. Lift your top leg, hip height, circle, round to come up, round to come up, round to come up, round to come up, and 4, and 3, and 2. Reverse, keep that band tight. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the band, and I want you to prop your head up. I want you to take your top leg behind you. So just this leg is left. Keep this nice and light still. I want you to lift it and lower it. Now another way I can make this more challenging, pause, is to take that band around that leg. In my hand, and this foot, and it takes a while to get this right, like how tight you need it. I'm going to step on those ends, okay? And I'm going to lift and lower. So I've added resistance to that lift. That makes sense? So the foot, forget about the hand. With that, yeah, I don't know how you're doing with that one. And that's okay. I lift through that band. Lift. Can you feel that, Katie? Yeah. So if you can see what because my foot's behind me, but you can see her foot. You can see what she did with that band. And I go for 4 and 3, good, and 2. Hold this one up. Little pulses. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can you give me 8 more? And 7, 6. Belly in, yes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Okay, that was fun. Okay, so we're gonna put our heads on the other side of our mat. Time flies when you're having fun. We're having fun, yes? Okay, so we start in our clam position. Okay, now if this is not cool for your arms, right, because we reached them over and pulled, you can do it without the band. You can take out the arm movement and just do the clam. So a la carte here, ladies. All right, don't make this too tight now. Knees to the top edge of your mat. Make sure you got your hips stacked. Now my bottom arm has to hold this still. Watch your wrists. So I would say about 80% of you, maybe even 90, are flexing their hands. I want you to look at your wrist before you start, and you keep it straight. You squeeze those back muscles. Watch that wrist. We're still kind of flexing. Can you guys feel that at all when you flex the wrist? Okay, then take it away. And now we'll add the clam and press and return. That bottom arm and bottom leg are my anchors. Love it. 4. That bottom rib cage you're lying on should be nice and light. 2. 1 more. Lengthen your legs. Slide them to the front. You'll be off your mat, possibly. Shoulders connected. Turn your top kneecap to face the ceiling. I'm going to lift this leg up. Slide it down that wall. Light as a feather. When do I want your belly scooping in and up? On the up or the down? On the down. That's okay. Thank you for participating. That's right. 2. And 1. Now take both feet flex. Take your top leg hip height. And we circle round to come up. Round to come up. Band is tight. Geez, we're inside and there's bugs. I can't wait to be outside. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Prop yourself up on the elbow. So I keep my head down. Now, this is the one where we're going to take that top leg behind us. So if you want to add this right away, and again, what I did was I wrapped it around. The ends are facing away from the top of my mat. And I just put my foot on it to hold it still. Test it out. Make sure you can not make it too tight. If you want it tighter, take your foot closer towards you. Are we ready? Here we go. Up and up. There you go. You got it on that side. Does that mean we can do the other side then? No, make sure this leg is not flopping around. Can you feel your belly also engaged on this one? And lift. Take your time. What's the hurry? And lift. Inner thigh, of course. Belly, of course. Shoulders are relaxed. I got my head supported. And we go 3 more. 2 more. Hold this one up. And let's pulse it. 1, 2, 3. Feel that burn. All of a sudden, these little pulses have gotten so much harder. Now 8 more. 8, Maybe we made our band too tight. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, bring it on up. Let's do a little quick stretch here. So once you take the palms of your feet together, this is just to release those hips. Like, thank you. Inner thighs, butterfly. I'm getting ready to do some teaser variations. Yay! Okay, so grab your band. And this time I'm going to take my hands slightly wider than my shoulders so I can pull and not have too much resistance. Now, if you're using your own band and it's not a tight band, you may need to go closer versus out, okay? My bands are medium, so I want to come out a little wider. Okay, so I'm going to sit as tall as I can. The arm movement will be opening up the chest and then returning it, but keeping this tight. So if I started with my arms wider than my shoulders, I don't come in and change that. So I should always have resistance on my band. When you pull the band towards you, feel like your chest is meeting it. Now, if you're more than happy in this position, stay here. You can also put a ball behind your lower back because now I'm going to come back, not all the way. I'm going to pull and then come up to my teaser. I come down a little further, pull, and lift up, down, pull. Now, if you want to go all the way down, we're going to go all the way down, nothing. I'll pull my band apart. I'll draw my chin to my chest. I'll come up to my teaser, and I'll pull here. Exhale down, pull. Eyes to belly. Inhale up. Exhale down. And pull. Chin to chest. Now I start my inhale. And I exhale. Push it down. Bring it up. Chin to chest. Inhale. Now stay here. On the exhale, pull. Hold it here. Slide the legs together. Take the band forward. Kick if you'd like. Kick and pull. Or you stay here and pull. Or you can sit here and pull. Pick something that works for you that says, this feels good. So hopefully you find something. 4 more. And 3. Good. 2 more. Here's 2. And 1. Straighten those legs out and just reach for your ankles and pull your torso down. I'm just letting my band rest on my shins. So you can go a little further, press it back with those legs a little deeper. Good. Okay, take the band with you, flip over onto your stomachs. So now I want your hands to be shoulder width apart for swimming. Swim, swim, swim. Okay, so my arms are reaching long, belly's in, connect those shoulders. Everything is going to lift off that mat, so scoop your belly, squeeze your seat, and lift up. Arms stay strong against that band. Flutter kick your legs. Try to get a little more pressure on that band. Try to come up a little higher if you choose. Keep your shoulders connected to your back, and your neck should be in line with your spine. My butt squeezing, just like we did those belly beats. And I go for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Lower it down, let go of the band, and stretch back into your child's pose. Move slowly, please. Scoop the belly, round the back. Good. You look amazing. Okay, I want you to come to a high kneel. Grab your band, face me. Let's go. Match me, take this leg out, kneeling. So my knee and my hip should be in a straight line, and the heel back here should be in line with the back of my knee. My arms are out in that V. I'm going to side stretch over to the straight leg. Bring it back. Side stretch into that diagonal. and bring it back. I'm going to hold my ends and side stretch over. Inhale. Exhale. Now on this one here, I'm going to tip down to the mat. Give me some resistance here. Then I'm going to pull up straight, stretch over. It's almost like a mermaid. Straight arm. Now let it slowly stretch you. Be very careful with your shoulder. Keep it almost trying to squeeze that lemon under that armpit. Side stretch. Lift. A nice side stretch. One more. Lift. Good. Bring yourself up. Woo. Lower the arms and other leg. All good. Hips press forward. Shoulders down. Inhale, look straight ahead. Your head should be like the picture between the picture frame of the arms. Keep the hips and pelvis still. Use your obliques. Inhale. You guys look amazing. Exhale. Now on this one here, I'm going to find it, reach it, and up. Mermaid. Don't let it catapult you. Lift and then let it stretch. Lift it up. Side stretch. Last one. Let's bring it up. Squeeze your belly and glutes. Bring it down. Release your band. Come into a quadruped position. You made it. Looks like we made it. All right, take your sits bones up the wall. Look straight ahead. Mount those shoulders. Reverse it. Hand round. Let's exhale here. Inhale, moving slowly from one position to the next. Exhale. Curl those toes under and hover your knees off the mat. If we're not okay with that, stay with the knees down. Good. Squeeze into your armpits. Now straighten your legs and slide your seat to the wall behind you. Lift one heel, push the other heel down. I'm going to take my hands back a step and then push the other heel down. Can you touch the mat? Try and touch the mat. So push through those hands. Good. Now, 2 heels down, 2 heels up. Connect your heels to your V. Push the heels down. Lift the heels up. Separate your V. Press the heels down. Lift the heels up. Make it a V. Push down, stay. Walk your hands in. Keep the arms straight. Keep the hips still. Pull the belly in. Slowly working your way up. Mount those shoulders. Slowly. Slowly. 4, 3, 2. Give me an inhale up. Exhale, roll down. Vertebrae by vertebrae, more weight on your toes. You choose how far you go. Head is heavy. And we come right back up. 8, 7, where are the shoulders? Where's your tail? 3, 2, and done. Ooh, all right.